This match, one fall, a 20-minute time limit to be officiated by senior referee Jay Soltis. Introducing first, he is the peak of the Temple of Terror, accompanied by the Golden Idol and Brandon Gore, weighing 230 pounds out of Boston, Massachusetts. He is Aaron Corbin.
The FCC is going to be after him for using that word. Tell Mick, you told me you're sick of the FCC on him for daring to use profanity on an interview with you.
And ladies and gentlemen, his opponent, he is one half of the Steel Domain Tag Team Champions. At 225 pounds, the Anarchist, Aaron Cannon.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this should be a great, great matchup. One half of the Steel Domain Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Anarchist, Arrick Cannon, to do battle with one half of the former Tag Team Champions in Aaron Corbin, the peak of the Temple of Terror. And, of course, Cannon's tag team partner, AJ LaRocque, is wrestling up in Canada, unable to be here this evening. However, in the opposite corner, Brandon Gore certainly not missing an opportunity to come out with the Golden Idol and be in the corner of Aaron Corbin. So certainly, once again, Ken Resnick, Arrick Cannon has to have eyes in the back of his head.
And to Aaron Cannon's credit, he is not afraid of coming out basically almost 2 against 1. But I do have to be the bearer of some bad tidings. I don't know if you noticed, after his interview with the Golden Idol came up to me at ringside, he has already contacted the FCC. He was so upset about you using profanity during his interview. He has never said, been insulted and demeaned like that. He is very, very upset.
Good. Mission accomplished. The man, I don't know what's going on with him and Ed Hellier. You talk about a love-hate relationship. They're business partners. It's like Vern and Wally revisited. They're at each other's throats constantly. One is trying to upstage the other one. First one is suspended. Then the next one is... Wait a minute. Arrick Cannon is imbibing a little beverage with our Tecate girls.
Now, I'm curious, are you saying Ed Hellier is the Wally of that duo or the Vern of that duo?
I'm going to say that Ed Hellier is the Vern of that duo. The Golden Idol is definitely the Wally of that duo. Wait a minute now. Oh. Listen. Oh, wait a minute. She dissed Aaron Corbin, and she hugged the Golden Idol. There's no accounting for taste. I will never have respect for the Tecate girls again. At the very least, they're nearsighted.
So, what? As I understand this, you're saying you want to hug Aaron Corbin? What? Was that what you're saying?
No, it's not at all what I'm saying. And if you start in on that again, we're going to have to revisit you and Hosaka.
Wait a minute. I didn't start in. You were the one that said you can't believe she hugged Golden Idol over Aaron Corbin. In other words, you're saying you would have preferred hugging Aaron Corbin. I can't believe what my ears just heard.
First of all, don't twist it around. Don't twist it around, Al DeRusha. What I'm saying is that if you have a
no wonder Ed Hellier wanted to be out of state.
If you're one of the Tecate girls, and they are gorgeous, they really are, and you have the option of hugging Aaron Corbin or the Golden Idol, and you opt for the Idol, come on. Even you, Resnick, have a little bit more taste than that. Come on, well, I know it's borderline.
I mean, if you were to look up the lesser of two evils in the dictionary, that might be the picture of the choice you'd see.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. A lot at stake in this one.
I would be smart enough from all my years in wrestling. If you presented with that option, I'd just say I pass on the whole idea.
That's probably a good idea.
However, you were the one that said you would prefer hugging Aaron Corbin. Does he know that?
I want to know where you and Malia are staying tonight. Can we talk about that? What room are you in over together?
I mean, no, I'm saying you were the one that brought up the,
Can we call this match without you getting into my
Aaron
personal?
Corbin? I haven't said anything about Malia other than the interview I did where she basically took on the fans and I just kind of stood out of the way. So I really don't understand on what basis you're bringing anything up, sir.
Sure you do. In the ring right now.
But I will say
let me call the match.
Given the option of hugging Malia Hosaka or hugging your preference, Aaron Corbin, I would certainly opt for Malia Hosaka.
I seriously suggest a rest home. I think it's time. I think it's finally come to that. Seriously.
Is this match started yet? Oh, okay.
Shady Acres, Ken. It's a beautiful. They got the Resnick suite. All right. Aaron Corbin, one-on-one in the ring with Eric Cannon, and there really is a lot at stake in this one. In all seriousness, it's a singles match. However, Corbin and Gore certainly want a title match against Eric Cannon and AJ Wrestling. He's wrestled literally all over the world. A great, tried and true veteran of this sport. This is a pick'em, Ken.
And you're exactly right, Mick. And one of the things I always look for in a match like this, when both wrestlers are used to wrestling tag team, having a partner, if they get winded, if they get in jeopardy of being able to tag out, their psychology suddenly has to be entirely different.
No question. Watch Cannon now. I'm telling you something. He is a master technician in that ring. He'll show you more moves in a minute than a lot of pros will show you in an hour. Shoulder tackle. The peak hits the deck here, and he wants a timeout. He's calling for a timeout. Referee Jay Soltis, the senior official here in Steel Domain Wrestling, certainly wanting nothing to do with that.
And as we talked about, normally this is when he would tag out, tag into Brandon Gore. I'm just thinking back. We talk about Steel Domain and kind of old school wrestling. And boy, how times have changed. And great matchup here. You got one guy wearing pants, another guy wearing a skirt.
You got a point.
Just saying.
Oh, clubbing shot from Aaron Corbin. The man is certainly dangerous. When you think you've got Aaron Corbin ready to be had, that's when he is at his most vicious. He will all of a sudden, he will strike like a serpent, and he goes in for the kill. There's a rake of the eyes.
Using the laces. Yeah. Now that's old school.
Certainly is. And now Corbin, the boot right into the throat of Eric Cannon. Watch Idol on the outside of the ring. You know, Mr. Athleticism, the Golden Idol.
You know, it's interesting. You've got to give Gore and Golden Idol some credit, whether this was planned or just happenstance. But you notice they try and separate themselves. So if Arrick Cannon, like now, gets in trouble and you see Corbin distracting the referee, he really doesn't have any area to bail out because he's either looking at Gore or the Idol.
Very, very smart strategy, whether you like it or not. Once again, the Temple of Terror, headed up by the Golden Idol, Brandon Gore, Aaron Corbin, and conspicuous by his absence tonight is our friend Riley Jackson, who's not in the building. Nonetheless,
that's true, but I don't know if anything about Riley Jackson could be referred to as conspicuous.
That's a very. Wait a minute. The Tecate girls are here with a little beer sample here at the announce table.
My favorite Steel Domain tag team.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Watch Cannon in the ring now. Oh, buried that knee in the midsection. Did Aaron Corbin. Aaron Corbin out of Boston, Massachusetts. The man in the kilt. There's that double sledge right between the shoulder blades of Arrick Cannon. I mentioned earlier on that Cannon is a world traveler. He really is. He's been overseas, made a big splash in Japan, wrestles extensively throughout the upper Midwest. And I got to tell you.
Splash, did he fall out of a boat?
I'm telling you, Ken. Shady Acres. They'll even give you some pablum, maybe a little Ovaltine, give you a nice shawl. You can watch those old tapes from Super Cage, whatever that tag team cage match was that Vern ran several years ago. That was a big night in your career.
I was gone by then.
Yeah, you sure were. Yeah, you were gone.
I was in New York at that point.
Yeah, well, you might have been mentally, but that's. Look at the face on Aaron Corbin. He's a diabolical individual, is Aaron Corbin. And how about the Golden Idol?
And one of the things, not to interrupt, but we just saw it there. The one other advantage Aaron Corbin has, you saw while he had that hold, he was looking at Golden Idol where he's got someone outside the ring to give him instructions, urge him on, do some strategy, where Arrick Corbin is just on his own.
Once again, watch
Arrick Cannon.
He's looking at the fence as he goes into a modified spinning toe hold, and now he's trying to go for the figure four leg lock. Cannon is trying to fight out of this one. I'm not sure that I've seen Aaron Corbin attempt a figure four leg lock before. A new little weapon in the arsenal of Aaron Corbin.
I'm wondering, after the last hole where we saw Aaron Corbin looking out towards Golden Idol, maybe the Idol called for it. It's something they've been working on.
The Idol has never called for a legitimate wrestling hold in his life. Mr. Athleticism, Mr. Wonderful, the Golden Idol, the guy has got to be in the worst physical condition of any manager I've ever seen in wrestling. His idea of squats is going to Taco Bell. I mean, for crying out loud, what gives this guy the sense that he is in any way, shape, or form a physical specimen?
Well, you wanted to hug Aaron Corbin. Now you're focused on the physical specimen that is the Golden Idol? What?
You're going to push me a little too far. And then we're going to get deep into that saga of you and that woman from Honolulu. And it is quite the story. You're not saying anything. You're nervous. You're sweating. You're sweating bullets now.
No, I was thinking back. Last time I was in Honolulu, I did have a wonderful time with a very attractive flight attendant from Qantas Airline, which I would just focus back on based on your comments. But I'm back now.
Wow. Aaron Corbin looking at the fans about ringside when he really should be focused on Arrick Cannon. Don't do it. Again, bragging rights aside.
That's something that Corbin, while he refers to himself as the peak of the temple, how many times during an Aaron Corbin match do we talk about him pausing, trying to play to the crowd, losing focus of his opponent?
No question, and right here we see both men, same idea, same maneuver, same impact, same result. Both men down on the canvas after a dual flying lariats. To our right, a couple of seats away, the trainer of champions, Eddie Sharkey, once again in the building tonight. Eddie, of course, legendary. Darso, Jesse the Body Ventura. Eddie is the real deal, and I'm telling you, when this man walks into a building, whether it's a young wrestler just starting out or a veteran wrestler, they pay tribute and homage to Eddie Sharkey.
And in deep conversation now with our timekeeper, Roger Buck, two legends of Twin Cities wrestling.
Referee Jay Solt is watching very closely. Oh, that moved right to the solar plexus now. Corbin looks like he's attempting a vertical suplex here, but Cannon is blocking effectively. The idol on the outside of the ring, beside himself because Corbin is blocking his maneuver. Brandon Gore conspicuous by how close he is to the action.
Neither one can get the other up.
Oh, wait a minute. No, not quite. Human chess is going on. And as you said, Ken, nobody is able to completely go through with the suplex, but now a shot by Cannon. Watch Eric Cannon, that neck breaker, and I mean he drilled Aaron Corbin. Got every bit of that. As you said, Ken, if Cannon can get a victory, a pinfall victory here in a singles match with Aaron Corbin, the peak of the temple, then by all means, he has the right to say, you know what? Back on the line, fellas.
Well, he can use the same words that Golden Idol used in the interview with you. Hey, get a win. We'll think about it. We'll talk about it. If not, see you later. Eric, you know, we need to talk to Ed Hillier. Aaron Corbin and Eric Cannon sound so much alike. And after the Takate girls were here visiting, they kind of sound alike. It's dangerous from our position.
You have a couple more of those, and Hard-Boiled Haggerty will sound like Lou Thez to you. What's the matter with you? You're tipping over. You only had one little shot glass full of beer here. What did you?
No, I was over there before.
Look at the Idol. The Idol is so nervous at ringside. Every time there's a near fall, the Golden Idol takes off his hat, revealing that medicine ball-sized head of his.
You know, I think a little bit, as we talked about, this is a little offsetting to the Golden Idol. He's used to having a tag team to manage, and he seems a bit off his game.
Well, face plant. Wait a minute, rolls him over. Count of 1 and 2. Corbin, no! Count of 2.5. The other thing is whether or not he says that he and Ed Hellier are going back and forth. He suspended Hellier. That might be weighing on the Idol, too, that his business partner, the guy that bails him out of virtually every jam he ever gets into, is not here tonight. But the Idol has nobody to blame for it but himself.
Of course, on the other hand, he's got nobody to answer to either.
Exactly. What a strange combination that is. Both of these wrestlers have given it all that they've got for about 10, 12 minutes now. Wait a minute, Gore, get him off the ring apron. Man's got no business being up on the apron. And now Jay Soltis has given the Idol heat, telling him, I will disqualify Aaron Corbin if Gore doesn't get off the ring apron.
Now we'll see. So far, it hasn't cost Mr. Cannon.
Why does it come on? Soltis just push him off the ring apron.
Now this is where the threesome at ringside got
Here we go.
Pop.
Oh! A little miscue rolls him up.
Whoa.
He got him. Just that fast.
I've got to say, I think, referee Jay Soltis may have been a little irritated. Boy, that was a fast count.
That was a very... Oh, no, come on. The match is over. Eric Cannon got the victory over Aaron Corbin, and now Brandon Gore doing a number on Eric Cannon. Come on, and now, here he goes.
And this is what I'm talking about. Normally, Ed Hillier would be ordering some help out, and Golden Idol has no one to answer to.
Look at now he goes in the ring. Here we go. Mr. Universe, the Golden Idol, in the ring directing traffic as Brandon Gore and Aaron Corbin the Temple of Terror doing a number on Arrick Cannon. And, of course, Cannon's tag team
Jay
partner.
Soltis has got to get back in the ring, and referee Jesse Johnson's just kind of peeking out from the curtain. He's not about to go help anyone.
They got to get these guys out of here. Come on, for heaven's sake. A statement has been made here that even though Aaron Corbin lost the match and was pinned, rolled up by Arrick Cannon, this one is far from over as the Golden Idol, Brandon Gore, and Aaron Corbin, a triple team on one half of the Steel Domain Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Arrick Cannon. And I promise you, Cannon is going to put the call out to AJ LaRock, the Canadian Crusher, and we have not seen the last of this situation. We're coming back to Bloomington.